everyone's doing well. Today we are going to go over some very important information that will help you prepare for your end of term 3 assessment. This session will include what grammar and functional language you need to focus on. So please listen carefully and follow through. This term, our English assessment will cover the topics that we've studied in term 3. That includes all the grammar points and the functional language we practiced in class. And you need to review both. So under grammar, you have present simple tense, determiners, modals, and functional language, expressing likes and dislikes, talking about ability, and describing habits, routines, tasks, and jobs. The vocabulary targeting the final exam are categorized under 3: food and drink, shopping, and health and fitness. So under food and drink, we will have these words: meat, eggs, juice, apple, and milk. And under shopping, the words like buy, sell, use a computer, and words related to health and fitness, as in run, jump, strong, break my leg, and hearing test. The reading and writing summative assessment specification are as follows. You'll have your exam paper-based, and there'll be 2 parts, reading and writing. In the reading domain, part 1, there are 2 sections. In section A, you will have a matching activity. There will be words and pictures. Altogether 6 questions, and they will provide you an example. You will get 2 marks for each question. And section B, there will be a maze. There will be 6 gaps to fill and pause with an example. For the maze, you will have 3 answer choices to choose from, and each question will carry 2 marks. And part 2, section A, there will be short, simple texts, and you have to match those texts to the titles. There will be 4 texts and 6 titles. 2 will be distractors. They will be irrelevant. So you have to read carefully and match the texts to the correct title. And for this question, you will get 3 marks for each. And part 2, section B, the question will be completing sentences about a short text by choosing words from a word bank. There will be a text, and there will be a word bank with words, and 4 questions, 4 sentences with blanks, and each carry 3 marks. And part 3, it's a multiple choice question about 2 paragraphs. There will be 2 informative texts and 4 questions. This carries 3 marks for each question. And writing, you will have a picture and a word bank and 5 questions. 4 short answer questions and 1 long answer question. For short answer question, you have to write answers in complete sentences. 1 complete sentence would be enough for the short answer questions. And for the 1 longer answer question, you have to write 3 to 4 sentences. And the writing part carries 40 marks. Let's focus more on grammar and functional language coverage. So as we discussed earlier, the grammar would contain present simple using have and has in the present tense, and determiners, a and an articles, and quantifiers used with uncountable nouns. As in models, it refers to how to use can to talk about abilities in the present time. And the functional language targets on expressing likes and dislikes, talking about ability and describing habits, routines, tasks, and jobs. Okay, let's focus on the first one. We use have in the present tense to talk about something we own, something we have, or something that is a part of us, or something that we experience. For example, I have a car. She has long hair. We have lunch at 1 p.m. So if it's a plural subject like I, you, we, they, or students, children, people, we use have with the plural subject. And if it's one person or singular, like she, he, it, the child, the teacher, the cat, the dog, then we use has. Examples. I have breakfast at 7 o'clock. I have a new computer. I have 2 brothers. And in the question form, do you have a sister? In singular, she has 2 apples, but I don't have any. Have and has. Next, uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are the nouns that we can't count. We can't count using numbers 1, 2, 3, or we can't have articles like a or an. For example, water is an uncountable noun. We don't say a water, or we don't say waters. They are not plural. Milks, waters, rices are incorrect because uncountable nouns, they don't have the plural form and they don't have the singular form either. We don't use a or the plural form. So uncountable nouns are mostly liquids like milk, water, juice, or grains and granular things like rice, bread, cereal, or things like money. Look at the picture and it will be clear to you. Uncountable nouns like eggs, bananas, olive, fries, burgers, hot dog, and uncountable milk, flour, salt, sugar, meat. And when do we use article a and when do we use article an? We use article an before words beginning with vowel sounds. Vowel sounds like A, E, I, O, U. Examples, an apple, an elephant, an ice cream, an octopus, an umbrella. We use A before words beginning with consonant sounds. Consonant sounds are the other letters like B, C, D, F, G, H, and so on. For example, a book, a cat, a helicopter, a watermelon, a train. And now about quantifiers. We use quantifiers with uncountable nouns. The nouns that we can't count, things that we can't count. To say how much of something we have, because we can't use numbers, there's no plural form, So we use quantifiers to talk about how much of uncountable nouns we have. We use some to say we have a small amount. We use a lot of or lots of to say we have a big amount. We ask questions using any, and also we use any to talk about things we don't have. She drank some milk, a small amount of milk. Milk is uncountable. There's a lot of rice in the table, a big amount, a lot of, and rice is uncountable. I put lots of sugar, lots of. Is there any orange juice? Any orange juice? Orange juice is uncountable and it's a question. So we use any. I don't have any bread. Don't have, negative. In the negative form, we use any. Look at the table, then it's clear how we use some and when we use any. Some is to talk about small amount. Example, I eat some cherries after lunch. And also in positive sentences, I have some muffins in the basket. Any is used when asking questions. Do you have any apples? Do you have any apples? Question. And also, any is used in negative sentences. Example, I don't have any flour in the kitchen. Don't have any flour. Now, when we are talking about the things that we can do, things that are able to do, we use can. And the opposite, can't, is used to talk about the things we are not able to do or we do not know. Example, I can eat 6 eggs. We can jump. She can buy a computer. In the question form, can she read? Can she fly? Can she sing? In the negative form, they can't drive. They can't fly. And when we are using can or can't, it doesn't matter if it's singular or plural, it doesn't change. I can, you can, we can, they can. It doesn't change. Now let's focus on the functional language. When expressing likes and dislikes, we use different words like, enjoy, love. I can say, I like apples. I enjoy sports. My family loves shopping. My family loves. We add an S because my family is one entity. We know that if it's singular, to the verb we add an S. My family loves shopping. She loves shopping. He likes sports cars. And in the negative form, I don't like swimming. I don't. We don't like. They don't like, if it's plural. But if it's singular, my sister doesn't like milk. We use doesn't with the verb. But when we are using doesn't, we don't add an S to the verb. My sister likes orange juice. My sister doesn't like milk. For example, the cat drinks milk. Cat, singular. So we add an S to the verb, drinks. The cat does not drink the milk. Here in the negative form, we don't add an S to the verb because we use the word does. The cat does not drink the milk. The cats drink milk, plural. cats drink. We don't change the verb. The cats do not drink the milk. Do not in the plural form. Now, talking about ability, we use can. I can swim. I can sing. They can walk to the market. I can't cook, but I can eat. And now, when we are describing habits, routines, tasks, and jobs, and we want to talk about how often we do something, often, how many times you do a certain habit or task, we use adverbs of degree. For example, they always run in the park. Always, all the time, every day. Number 2, I never drink coffee. Never, not at all, not a single day, never. Number 3, my parents usually eat breakfast at 7 a.m. Usually, normally. There are days that they don't eat breakfast at 7, but usually they eat breakfast at 7. Sometimes they eat breakfast at 8. So usually means like a habit. Number 4, we sometimes play tennis. Sometimes, not every day, not usually, sometimes, maybe once a week or twice a week. Number 5, do you always eat meat for dinner? We're asking a question. Do you always eat meat for dinner? Do you usually eat breakfast at 7? In the question form. So when we say we do something always, that means 100%. I always clean my teeth after I have breakfast. And usually is 90%. I usually go swimming for an hour after work. And then we use often to talk about, no, we don't talk. We don't have often here. We have sometimes. To talk about something 50%. I sometimes watch TV in the evening and sometimes I don't. And last, never is to talk about 0%. I never drink coffee. I never watch horror films. They're so scary. So with that, we are coming to the end of the presentation. Remember, your success depends on how well you prepare. So study hard, study well, and good luck with your exam. Thank you.